I'd like to walk you through how to access Connect and go through Canvas for just a moment. Now, when you're on the home page, you can select either modules here or modules over on the left-hand side, and this will take you into your main pages for Canvas. You have a Getting Started module. On this Getting Started module, you can see different items, Meet Your Instructor, course overview, information about the textbook. On the right-hand side, you will see these open circles. You need to turn these circles green prior to moving on, and underneath each page heading, you will see what you need to do. So in other words, Meet Your Instructor, you need to view that page. Meet Your Classmates, you need to contribute to that page. Now, under Grading Rubrics and Policies, again, there are different pages. You need to view or submit the assignments. And these two modules you will need to make sure that you complete prior to being able to move to Module 1, which is down here, and you will notice that there is a prerequisite set on this module, and so these things are grayed out. You cannot do these things until after you finish the prerequisite of grading rubrics and policies. Now let's go back up here to the Access Your Connect course. When you click on this Access Your Connect course, you're going to click on the Connect Login. When you click on this Connect Login, it's going to direct you to the Connect. And here you're going to enter your email. Please enter your Vikings email. And so I'm going to first enter my email as if I were a student. And so this first portion of the email would be your login information to Canvas. So in other words, whatever you use to get into My Viking, Canvas, and everything. And then you would say at vikings.grayson.edu. And so this is what your Grayson email looks like. Now, since I am an instructor, my email looks like this. And I'm going to say begin. See, it says it's not a valid first student. And so I actually have to use my student email. And so since I am a student, I do have a student email, which is nice. I just have to remember it, kind of like you guys. And then I would put in at vikings.grayson.edu. And I would click begin. And so you would confirm the email. And most of the time you can click the Control C and copy it. This does not let you, which is actually a safety thing. But make sure that you have the Vikings with the S on the end. And then you'll need to enter a password. And so just enter a password if you can remember it. Now, your student name should be here. I'm going to leave it as test student. Please do not change this, even if you go by a different name at this point. This is what's on the roster in Canvas, so please leave this as is. Okay? And then you can do one of these. This is optional. I agree. And of course, it won't let me move on until I enter something. So I'm going to enter something like this, and continue. And then you can say find my account. Looks like I have a familiar account. I want to re-enter an email address that I've used in the past. No thanks, I want to continue with my new one. So if you have used Connect before, it'll kind of see if it'll catch you. And if you have, then you can connect them. Notice that this expires in 5 months, 3 weeks, 6 days from today, February 10th, and I click confirm. Then you are actually in Connect. You have your unit 1, 2, 3. You also have additional practice. So these additional practices are not graded or anything. They're strictly additional practices. But in unit 1, you have your orientation homework, and then you have reading assignments and homework. These reading assignments help you go through each section with guided reading notes and kind of guide you through the textbook. You also have access to the ebook and virtual manipulative kit. So this is how you would actually get into Connect from your Canvas shell. If you have questions or have any issues, please let me know.